All right, guys, welcome. We're about to get started. I had a little technical difficulty, so I apologize if you got a little, if you're waiting for the delay, but we seem to have gotten through the bumps, and we're going to get started. As you can see, here's the illustration that I have for you. I have a little bit of delay, so it's going to be a little weird for me because I hear myself talking as I speak. If you have any questions, let me know. We'll answer as soon as I see them, and we're going to get going. So let me get my camera right because it's a little off. But here's the illustration that I'll be working on. I did a sketch already. So I'm going to go straight to inks from this, and we're just going to get ready. So give me a minute to put the ink, get the ink ready, and be good. If you guys get any feedback or there's any kind of distortion from my voice, I got some music playing in the back. If anything's an issue, just type in and let. Set this up correctly. So I'm doing now is I'm literally putting the Bristol that I'm going to do the final pencils on, inks on over the so and I get started in going over the actual drawings. So that's what that looks like when. All right, let's get started. Okay, gonna pull my reference so I can. I would say the first step of what I do is I make sure I have my reference ready, so I can. If I don't know what this is, excuse me, I have it memorized. I want to get it right. So bear with me as I pull this up. Folder. There we go. Okay, here we go. So I'm actually you can actually see the actual image as I put down the actual ink. Yeah. A lot of times when I'm light boxing, I'll just go straight from the light box light. But if I'm recording, you won't be able to see that. Let's see. I don't know if you've ever played this game, but the character I'm drawing has a lot of different armor. I didn't want to do a character that I didn't want to put in an outfit that covered too much of him, so I gave him basically the outfit that was basically all the bags. So you could see his face and basically what he looked like. It'd be pointless to move out of the way. Keep stopping as I keep wanting to check the feed to make sure if anybody's asking any questions, I can answer it. I'm gonna do this for about sure we can get in about an hour. So usually it doesn't take, it depends on what the illustration is, and sometimes it takes me a while, sometimes it doesn't. How many characters are in it? The detail of the characters, stuff like that. I would say in this case, there's a couple of characters that I got to get correctly. A lot of detail in your outfits and a lot of distinction I have to get right to correctly portray the character. I will say on a personal note, this game's kicking me in the face. I have so many bosses that take me so much time to beat, but I love it. I'm having the time of my life. For the most part, it is aggravating sometimes. So we got a pretty good pace going on here. We basically are doing a lot. So we'll be at a good place in an hour or so. I apologize for the one camera angle. I have cameras set up, but I need to figure out how to get the two cameras with and the servers and everything like that. And I didn't want to be bigger than I was, so I decided this was more of the camera you get to see because of the technique. So The next feed, I should have everything working, all the incidentals and accidentals, and you'll have to check out me, I guess, my facial expressions, I guess, as I get to the staff now. This is where the time consuming comes in because there's a lot of little parts that I have to do to make sure this is correct. We got to get all the angles right, keeping the authenticity as best as I can. If you're wondering if you hear the music in the background, it's the Final Fantasy 16 soundtrack. I bought that over the summer, and it has been by far my favorite go-to music right now. I think this album is incredible. The soundtrack is great. All right, so that's the top of the staff. Sometimes I got to lift up the suit I drew to make sure I got it correctly. Yep, there are times I tell myself I can. I want to make sure I get it right. Okay. All right. I'm not going to go too much of the detail in terms of what I am going to leave users because there's all kind of patterns I need to go back and do when I go to do the actual details of this. And I might as well get that in now. Okay, that's one. Move on to the next. see a better version of what it looks like. There we go. Hello, welcome. If you just joined the chat, we're moving along at a really good pace. I'm moving on to the second character. This for about an hour. See what we get. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a question in the chat. I'll be checking it as I work on this, and if it's appropriate, we'll be. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch me do what I love to do. I'm really enjoying doing this because there's so many textures I get to work on. There's a lot of fur, there's a lot of cloth, there's a lot of metal, a lot of every texture you can really think of. Let's see how we doing here. You guys don't have any questions, any comments? If you do, let me know. Until then, I'm gonna shut up and draw. Gonna. This is going to be a once a week thing. As part of my Patreon channel. If Japes, I'll be doing one every week, 3 weeks in a row, and skip the fourth week. So the categories, each category. So this one would be if this video game, you know. Next one's going to be if Japes drew this comics. I'm going to draw comic book stuff from things I love in pop culture. That's not my own stuff. And the last week will be illustration from my own independent comic book series, and the stuff that I'm working on. So you'll get a preview of that stuff. So which is great. Those two will be on my Patreon. For those who subscribe, will get the content for subscribing as my thanks. If you're interested, the link is in the description. This is the part that's it. It's tricky, but it is some of the funnest stuff. It's the details, little things. I'm going to get it 100% correct, but it's going to be as close as I can get. If you guys didn't know, Black Myth Wukong is the actual sequel to the Journey, Journey to the World. These are actual characters in their story. 7.9. I am definitely going to read that book. It was always on my list, but more than ever, I'm definitely going to check that out now. And I love the fact that they took something literal and made a video game out of it, especially where it's a lot of rich history. Okay, it's two down for the most part. I got some more reference photos I took from my phone earlier. Give me 1 second. I'm going to send it where I can see it on my computer so I can get started on the next character. All right, we're good. All right, usually, in order to make sure I get everybody in appropriately, I usually move it around a little bit to make sure. So we're going to move this over just a tad. There we go. Make sure this character is framed correctly. Because we're going to go up here, go down and across. If you can't see this, that's the position. Guy I'm drawing now, I'm actually fighting in the game. I haven't gotten past him yet. He is beating the hell out of me. I've been on for a whole week. I got past four of the bosses before him, one or two times, a few tries, but this guy is not. I must be on like my 20th time trying to beat him. Easy. It's probably more than that. So basically, it's going to have I have four bosses and the two main characters in the game. The characters are going to be fully illustrated. The other ones are going to fade in and out of each other. So the details going to come and go. Part of the process when I go to and color, it'll make sense when it's over on how it's going to be more like a month. Turn this music down some. I want to make sure you guys hear me okay. Music is important. It's kind of than anything else. Okay, let me take the rest of that reference. Okay, opened up a little too much reference. Let me put some of this back. All right, let's get back to it now. Good here. You guys, if you play video game and you want a very challenging and rewarding and at the same time very fun game, PS5 is definitely a game you should play. was my choice for game of the year too, but yeah, I'm not going to complain about Astro about winning the Game Awards because I didn't play it, so I really can't have an opinion about it. You know, something I know. And 10, don't get too bent out of shape. Other fish to fry, other things more important, yada, yada, yada. This guy is too massive. I don't know if they're swords, but I would say blades coming out. Like I said, he is beating the hell out of me right now. Okay, that's that character. As you can see, we're going to move over to, we're gonna do the dragon next. The dragon's going to be interweaving in and out of the illustration in front of some characters that I'm going to put in the background. Let's see. So that's okay. Start. It's almost an hour, and it feels like 15 minutes have gone by. I think I'm not. We're gonna skip next week, being that it's the holiday. Christmas is gonna be here. Um, but after that, it's gonna do this every. I'm thinking Thursday will be the day. So I'm gonna broadcast this when I'm done. To watch the channel for those who haven't seen it live. This is probably gonna be on Thursday. 3 weeks of the month. Feel free to like and share. Tell your friends. Come join. Hang out. Teeth. Dragons. Flowing hair. I gotta put in. It's going to make sure I did this right. I can see it. Okay. Just gonna read off. See, it's gonna come all the way around and back. Make sure I got it right. Stop it for a bit for now from there. Those are the characters I have to do. I apologize for the sideways view. Like I said, it's my first video, and I usually shoot my how-tos. I fix it in editing, so it automatically comes to mind until I started drawing. So the next one will be in the right direction. So so far, okay. We're gonna go to the next person, and that's gonna be Yellow Brow. Funny, I forgot everybody else's name, but I remember his. Yellow Brow was also very hard to beat. I had a problem with him. Enjoying the music like I am. Like I said, I listen to this a lot. Like I said, beautiful. Zoom this over a little bit. Keep this side a little vague because this is the fade outside. Drop that some. Put his hand there. Being that I changed the dragon to adjust, and he's holding his beads. I want to make sure they're as prominent in the drawing or holding his beads as they are in the sketch. Moved, dragging a little bit. Make sure the composition worked. As you can see, I'm going to follow the beads. We're going to follow down, go all the way down here. So that there. And the last person we're doing is the Tiger Boss. I forgot what his name was, but he was also someone that was an issue for me. I'm gonna place him kind of right in the middle. His eye is going to be right there. Okay. Gonna dig the reference up. We're good. This game had beautiful character designs. Everybody, every time I thought I found someone who just as good, if not better. Okay. That's about as much as I'm going to play because I want to fade again, fade in and out. So what's your set? Do that. Where the stripes are going to go? Oh, this is going to be it. What I'm going to do now is take off the actual sketch. Turn the light off. You can get a good look at what this looks like in this stage. Grounding our protagonists in the proper space. Okay, and that I think be the session. Put a little funny little thing here, so I'll turn the light back on. I'll lift and turn sideways. So you can see the entire drawing. See? Okay. Slide down as you can see. So I want to thank you for joining the quick first inaugural session. Uh, we'll work out the kinks and we will come bigger, biters. I'll finish this up and I'll have if Japes drew this with Wukong, and as soon as I'm done with the post, if you want to see it, subscribe. If you want to get it, it's click one of the Patreon subscription. There will be tons of other content related to like if you're interested in my comic book, Sons of Fate. You check that out on my BlackBerry Juice.net web for BlackBerry Publishing. All the links are in the description. For joining, and you guys, everybody who watched, thank you for coming, and you guys have a good night.